welcome to Happy Life Results Book Group.
Oh, you said that so well.
Oh, thank you. I've been practicing.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, we're in a section called Tips for the Hero in Stage 3, the Hero. And there are 6 tips. Yep, there are 6 tips. And we're going to cover 3 today and 3 tomorrow. So focus on recordable breakthroughs. What will you do to test out the ideas? How will you show the guide that you are fully internalizing and applying the system? Number 3, document your before and after so you can recognize and share your evolution. This may sound strange, but believe it or not, when hard things suddenly become effortless at the next levels, people can forget what it feels like to once struggle.
That was all 3.
Oh yeah. I was like, go ahead and read number 4. Ah, no, these are so good. And this one, I wish I could highlight a little section at the beginning of every single video and say, document your before and after. It is so critical. It is so important. And we've mentioned it a couple of times, but really I just want to emphasize here, if you can, any way that you can document your befores and afters, write it down, record yourself talking about it, audio record yourself talking about it, tell people you know and say, here's a snapshot of me now, listen to how I'm talking now, and then I'll give you another snapshot next week or next month, because really when you change, everything changes and you don't remember what it was like back before.
Especially when you shift the lens, whichever direction you look now is changed, and so it's not like it's harder to look back and remember what you were like back then.
Yeah.
Once you have the new lens, you look back on it with a new perspective.
Yeah, so you will see mile markers. You will say, oh, in this situation I handled it this way, whereas in the past I'm sure I would have handled it differently. But the more you can document that, the more helpful it will be to observe your progress.
And it's mainly just to see your progress, so that because it could just feel like, oh, well, life is just getting easier. That's the most common response, is to just feel like life is getting easier. It's just not hard right now.
Yeah.
Instead of realizing that you have changed.
You
yourself.
have changed, and I have an analogy for this. We went out to dinner, and it was kind of a chilly night, but not very cold yet. It was kind of earlier in the evening when we went, and then when we stepped outside after the dinner, it was cold, and I was like, whoa, it's so cold. And then I walked for just a little while and then realized, oh my goodness, I have a scarf, I have gloves, and I had a hat in my bag. So I just took them out and put them on. And I had an okay jacket, but putting those on made it so that it just felt so much more cozy and warm. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, if I thought that it just wasn't as cold now that I'm all warm and bundled up, if I thought, oh, now it's just not as cold, because I had experienced before dinner and after dinner, and it felt colder after dinner. And so if I would have just thought in that 5 minutes or 2 minutes that it took me to put on everything, I could think, oh, it's just not as cold now. And I didn't say that as well as I wanted to, but just I wanted to express the idea that you can feel like life just got easier instead of you changed something intrinsically about you to bring to life. You changed something about what you're bringing to life. So that's an example. I love that example.
Yeah, and one more thing about looking at that contrast. This is for when you get further along and things start to get easy. Don't feel like you have to go into those hard experiences in order to see that contrast. Right?
Oh yeah.
Right? So, yeah, the whole purpose of just documenting is so that you can just look and see the contrast and realize you're growing, because sometimes that's encouraging. At some point you won't even need that kind of encouragement, because you're just making progress and enjoying the progress for itself. But yeah, just I guess it's kind of just one of those internal contexts is see if you feel like you have to experience the hardships in order to feel like you're stronger.
Yeah.
Because it's
one perspective. Yeah.
One perspective.
Yeah, I agree. I had a specific example that illustrated what he just said, so I'll just say, yes, I agree with what you just said.
That's all.
Yeah. Okay, take care, everyone.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.